It's a great question. It's a loaded question. There's a lot of right and wrong answers. I think fundamentally the way we approach things, again, as operators now, investors, is about sort of company building, pragmatic company building and optionality. We do not believe in growth at all costs, right? I think you're seeing, and certainly with the more macro factors in the world today, a lot of companies have raised ahead of their ski tips, hadn't quite even established product market fit or repeatable go-to-market. They don't really understand their ICP. They don't understand their competitive landscape. And I think that's going to come back to bite some of these companies, again, that raised at large valuations. So we fundamentally think about, hey, what's the repeatability? Can you build, do you have the leadership and infrastructure in place to build a high velocity go-to-market engine, whether that's on the direct side or again on the self-service side? Do you have the leads to support, what you need to do in terms of establishing quotas and beating quotas and having that quota ratio, that coverage ratio? So I think it really comes down to, back to the bottoms up piece, is understanding if the way the model is built, it can support more velocity from an investment standpoint. Again, comes down to team, comes down to leads, top of funnel, comes down to awareness, comes down to brand. A lot of the elements that we're helping startups with much earlier in the growth cycle than I think a lot of startups start to think about that. So I'd like to say we see some earlier signs of that sort of time to invest or not, or level out go-to-market investment. But it's certainly there's certainly no one reason or thought process around too much. I just would say that we definitely think that growth at all costs is not the answer for all companies.